Hi everyone, this is Ali Salarian, broker of record with Remax Success Realty. Today I'm going to explain and help how to upload templates and clauses on Skyslope, the e-signature platform we are using, which is available for free on Trip. So let me start with, and I'll give you an example. And at the same time, I will send you later on the forms where you can do them yourself. If you do the form yourself, upload it and create a template for your own Skyslope, that will help you to understand which form is needed for which transactions. So that is very beneficial. I know sometimes the brokerage can do it from the brokerage side, and admin side, and the brokerage can be shared with the agent, but I encourage highly you do them. It will take maybe an hour or so from you or less. Do them by yourself. And once you do them by yourself, itself is a training to know which transaction needs which clauses. There is a couple of ways to access Skyslope. One of the way, if you go through your login, this is one way. The easiest way, if you go on the MLS here and you click on the Skyslope, you will end it up here. And from here, you go to the templates. As you see here, I have the templates already done for myself. So I'm going to start and attempt to do one template for you, and then you can do them yourself. Okay. So you go click on create a template, and you have to choose which template you are making. Is it buyer related or seller related? So right here, I have all templates ready, and I took a screenshot of them and put them in a Word document. So I'm going to open it here and see which one I'm starting to do. So I'm doing purchase residential freehold. So always starts whether is a whether we are on a buyer side, mean purchasing, or we are on a listing side, mean selling. So I always start with whether we are on a buyer side or seller side, or we are on the landlord side or the tenant side. And the second part of it, I always put whether it's a residential or commercial transaction is very important. And the third part is what type of property. And this is always going to be in the title. It's going to help you big time, whether it's a freehold or condo. At the end, I put between bracket whether we are on a buyer end or seller end to be more clear. Very quickly, you can find it, right? So now we're going to do purchase, mean again, buyer side, residential freehold, you are on a buyer end. There are three forms, Form 100, Form 320, Form A01. So let me go and create which I created already, but I create another one. So back here, because we are on a buyer side or purchase side, you go choose buyer, you go next. And as I said, purchase first, then residential, then this is a freehold. Then between a bracket, you're going to put buyer. I'm going to add something like a dash because it's going to be duplicated. Otherwise, then you continue. So now you're creating the title, which make it very easy for you when you're trying to find it. So continue here. You go here and ask you to add the form. So we need 100, 320, A01. So go 100. And I always choose ORIA. I like ORIA. You can choose the one with trip. Then you have three. So 100 is the agreement of purchase of sale between the buyer and seller. That's an agreement between the buyer and seller. Now you need an agreement for your commission between your brokerage and the other brokerage, which is 320. Confirmation of cooperation and representation, buyer and seller, ORIA. And then the final thing is what you need is A01, which is mandatory, especially for buy and sell transaction. As offer summary, when you put an offer, you have to do that. So I choose ORIA as well. Very easy. So after that, you go continue here. Click on continue. After you continue, you see them all together. You make sure they are okay and put them in order. Always start with the agreement of purchase and sale, then the confirmation cooperation, then A01. I know there are too many things, but I separate them. But when you want to send an offer, this is what you need minimum. Okay. Remember, sometimes there are Schedule B. So the Schedule B you have to upload them when you do the transaction. I'll explain that to you later on. So let's save the template. Okay. So this template is being saved already. I'm going to delete it later on because it's going to be duplicated. Now, the other set of, so I have a listing set. So I need to start with listing, for example. Here are the listing, for example, set of listing. Okay, I'm not gonna redo everything, and I have one more category called the BRA category. So under BRA, so by BRA, what I mean, after your BRA residential commercial, BRA residential assignment, BRA lease, BRA assignment, what I can choose any of one of them, lease assignment, commercial assignment, freehold, listing. What is the BRA, which is residential? Let me find it. BRA. So after you have a transaction accepted before the closing day, and always recommended before you do that, but most of the agent, they do it between the offer is firm and the closing day, you need set of documents when you are on a buyer's or tenant side, okay? So those set of documents, you have to do them, which is the BRA itself, the schedule to the BRA, the FinTrack SIC 30, the RICO information guide, the RICO, whether commercial or residential, you can choose one of them. The buyer non-Canadian warranty. This is very important. You have to do this before, actually, but if you know your client, you have to submit it to your deal secretary before this is done. Then there is something called the offer 635, which is a receipt of fund record. So that is anything above 10,000, you have to have that receipt. Again, when you submit it to the deal secretary, she will ask for this. This is one of the required documents. So you can create it the same way I did it before. Now, let me move on and show you how you do the closes, okay? So we are done with the template. So see that template we have done, it's somewhere here, setting. It might be this one. So I'm going to delete it because I don't want duplication. Creating a close is very important. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clauses. One to do with the residential lease, one to do with residential freehold purchase, one is to do with residential condo purchase, one is to do with a commercial lease, and one to do with assignment clauses. Those clauses on the best effort from the brokerage side, we have them there. Always you can custom made them, you can add, you can go to the clauses and find and whatever. So the way you create that is add a new clause. You put the title, for example. Now I will send you the clauses and you can do copy and paste those clauses. So for example, you want to do a clauses to do with residential lease, okay? You put the title, you put the category under residential, and then you copy paste the body here. Let me open that clauses, which I have them in a Word documents. I have show you which one I can copy and paste. I'm gonna share it with you later on. And it's right here. You can copy the entire things. Control A, Control C. You go back here and paste it. So make sure remove this, then create. So you see it here. Now, how it's going to help you when you prompt an offer? I'll show you very quick an example. So when you prompt an offer, you have a couple of ways to do that. One of the way is to make sure you are on the main page, create an offer here, right? This is one way. The other way, if you have any certain listings, you can prompt it from there, which is another way and easier and shortcut. So let's say this listing, for instance, and if you go down there, you see where it says Skyslope forms. You click from here, you go to the same page. So either or, you're going to end up in the same page where you're going to create an offer. So back to creating an offer here, it's important to know which side you are. Once you know which side you are, it will prompt only those forms related to the side you are. Let's say we are, in this case, we are on the buyer side. When you click the buyer here, you see down there, only buyer forms are coming up. If you click on seller side, you see only sellers forms popping up. If you do landlord, you see only landlord. If you do tenants, you see only tenants. And here you go, right? The name, you can create a name if you have your client already in the system. By putting the name, it will pop up. If you don't have, you can create a name, first and last, and email. The property address, you can import the MLS. Let's say in this case, our office, Eden First Mississauga. It will prompt automatically. Now you can choose by address or by primary client name. I do by address, you can do by client, it's totally up to you. Now you choose the offer. Remember, you are on a buyer side and you want an offer to, you are putting an offer to purchase, this is purchase, this is the assignment, no, purchase is an assignment, no, purchase commercial, no, purchase commercial, no, commercial, purchase residential plot, residential condo, residential freehold. So purchase residential freehold, this is the one you know. So you just click on it, it will take you, you click create, create, and it takes you to the next page. I don't know why it needs reload, but sometime it happened with the Skyslope. So you have to reload it. You have 3 forms here. So you click on the forms. And remember one thing, most of the property, when you buy them, there is a Schedule B. So you go to the MLS and you download the Schedule B. If there is one, for example, in this case, there's a Schedule B, you download it, go back here and upload the Schedule B from your computer, from your PC, the file, wherever it is, and then done, upload it. Now you choose, click on it, choose it. So you have all of them together. Now you go to fill and send, the next step. So you chose them, you go to fill and send. After that, you start to put the information, whatever is missing. Some of them, they will pop up automatically or they will be retrieved automatically from the listing. Some of them you have to put them manually. I can't control that, but this is how it is. But I want to take you to the where the close section, the closes. So if you go to the closes section, I show you how you add the closes, how you can just choose the closes you want. So here you can do any place needs to be filled out. You got to go field by field. It's very important. Now let me show you the Schedule A, which is the most important here. So Schedule A is here. Right? So you click on Schedule A and you go add clauses. Now you have 2 options. You can use any clause from ORIA available there if you want a custom made clause, or you go back to the sources and use personal. When you do use personal, you will have those clauses, you upload them. I told you we have 7 clauses. So in this case, it's a residential freehold purchase. So I click on it, add the clause. You can custom the clause. For example, you want to change the finance at 5 banking days to 3 days, or the inspection, or you want to add or whatever, but it's ready to go. Read them always, make sure this is the right one for you, and save. Here we go, right? So you see the clauses already will show up here. Now Skyslope's been in trouble for the last 2 days, so this reload thing is coming up. I don't know if this is to do with my browser or to do with the Skyslope, but when you reload, you'll see them again. This next is you go and prepare for signature. That's the next step. So we're back here. I want to show you the clauses are there. Yeah, here we go, all clauses. Still, you can modify them by click on them. You prepare for a signature. You go to the next one. Make sure whoever, for example, this is my client, buyer client. So you need to sign. This is you as an agent, you need to sign. And you click on the next. And the next is going to be where you assign the signature. Make sure when you want to go and assign the signature, you choose the right one, whether your client or yourself. The signature will come there. But there is 1 or 2 places you have to pay attention. You need your signature. You choose your name, click on the signature, and you click. Signature comes. Boom. And again, there is a field, strike. You can add text. You can add the full name. You can choose the initial. You can add the date, anything you want. So on the place you have to pay attention here where it says multiple representation, you always delete it if you don't have multiple representation. Then you go to the next, right? So next is send. When you go to the send, you can put the property address here. In this case, you can take the address from here. It's better when you send it to your client, you're saying this is the address. And why it came is, and then you go send for signature. When you go send for signature, you can sign yourself or you can say, I'm done. But it's better always to make your client sign first. So you're going to receive an email coming. right away. See that email, it says envelope completed, sign. So don't sign before your client. Now you want to check whether your client signed, rather you call them and text them. Always text them, let them know, but you want to check. So where you go is you go back to a place. I'll tell you, you can know whether the clients are or not, which is under, see, if I go main page, you go on the transaction itself, and then you go to the envelopes. And in the envelope here, you click on the 3 dots or 4 dots here. If you want to correct the envelope, you can redo things. If you want to resend it, they said didn't receive it, you can rename it, you can view history and all of that. If you view history, it will tell you who signed, who did not sign. So action, nobody signed here, waiting here to be signed. Okay. It will tell you if they need to be signed. Okay. So that's the way you know whoever signed. This is the best way to know rather than call a client and go back and forth. I hope this was helpful to help you with the Skyslope. So the reason why I want you to do that exercise, again, it will take 30 minutes to 1 hour from your time, maybe less, maybe more. And the reason why I'm going to share this with you, see this screenshot for all clauses, you just put the number 111, 320. You just create the same thing. You could purchase a residential fault, for example, you put the numbers, you create it very easy. The reason why I want you get used to know which transaction, which forms you need, you educate yourself. So it's a self-training and education, and hopefully it helps. Following this video, I'm going to send you all the clauses and the templates, and wish you good luck and have a successful real estate. Thank you for listening.